What's going on? Germs here, back with another review. It's 4th of July, so I figured let's do a first strike 4th. So happy 4th of July, stick around, let's get this thing cracked open, see what we got. Alright, so this is the United States military first strike ration. This is going to be a 24-hour ration. So the first year for these first strike rations was 2007. As the name indicates, first strike, these were designed for assaults where you might not have the resources necessary and the logistics caught up, where you're maybe the first ones in and you have to bring in a lot of food with you. These are lighter weight than the MREs. So if you tried to carry 3 MREs, they're going to be a lot bulkier, a lot heavier. These are a lot lighter weight, more compact, easier to manage. These are not going to be the same calorie count as 3 MREs though. 3 MREs is going to be about 3,600 calories, give or take. These are going to be right around 2,900 calories. But again, this is meant for assault groups that have to carry everything in and they have to wait for logistics to catch up. So it's not meant to be long-term that you're surviving off these. And you might even have a supply of these, which kind of go along with the first strike ration. These are the modular operational ration enhancement. So this would give you a boost of about 1,200 calories or so, 12 to 1,500 calories. And again, they're small, they're compact, they're lightweight. So you might have some of these that you can also supplement with. All right, so I bought a case of these and I know they're very new. I think the date code on here is going to be the 346th day of 2023. The inspection date is January of 2027. And this is going to be menu number 4, Mexican style beef filled wrap and chicken breast filet and barbecue sauce. And I want to give a very special thanks to Corkbulb2895. He's been a longtime supporter of my channel, always comments on my videos and always has great stuff to add. He offered to send me a first strike ration, and it was menu number 4, this particular menu, but I already had it. So instead of sending me this first strike ration, he gave me a super thanks to help me out with it. So again, Corkbulb, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this review. So this was packed by Sopaco Inc. out of Mullins, South Carolina, and we're going to crack this open. We're going to see what we got in this. So we've got our chicken breast filet. Looks like this was packed on the 173rd day of 2023. There's the nutritional facts. Got some cranberries. Looks like we have another package to open with all our drinks and snacks and maybe an accessory packet in here. And we've got our fully cooked filled wraps, shelf stable, seasoned beef with Mexican style spices and flour tortillas. We've got our cheddar cheese pretzels, or combos, I believe. Got some Zapple sauce, and we've got a good size Ziploc that you could use for trash or storing any food you might want to keep and eat later. And that Ziploc did not work very well. Let's get this package open. Whoa, shit. Got a first strike nutritious energy bar, mocha flavored, smaller than the normal first strike. Got some military energy gum. It's going to have 100 milligrams of caffeine per piece. We've got some mixed berry energy gel. Never had this stuff before. It gives you a boost of energy. It's got some maltodextrin in it. Got some multi-grain snack bread. I actually like this better than the wheat snack bread. Got some beverage-based powder grape. Some cheese spread with jalapenos. Nice. Oh, nice. Peanut butter dessert bar. Sounds good. Our accessory packet and a tiny bottle of Tabasco. Nice. Teriyaki beef stick. Just had one of these not long ago. Tropical Punch flavored no fruit juice. And our MRE spoon. And actually it's bent. You can see that there. It's more like a ladle than a spoon, but it'll do the trick. Might as well open this right now. Alright, so we've got some Bill's Brew coffee. Creamer non-dairy dry. Lighthouse Bung Fluff. 3 moist towelettes. Sugar. Little tiny packet of iodized salt. Some chiclets. And some Brown Army matches, white tip. One thing I'm not happy about right now, or I wouldn't be happy about if I was a soldier, is you only get 1 coffee. They should at least give you 2, if not 3. All right, well, I'm going to get this all separated out into breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I will be right back. All right, so I've got it broken down into how I would do it if it were me. Obviously going to do the cinnamon bun for breakfast with the applesauce first strike energy bar and the tropical punch. So we're going to go a little heavier on the lunch because I believe most of your calories should be consumed at lunchtime. So we're going to make a barbecue chicken sandwich with the beef stick, energy gel, cranberries, beverage-based powder grape. And for dinner, we're going to go with the Mexican-style beef wraps with the jalapeno cheese, the peanut butter dessert bar, and the cheddar cheese pretzels. And another thing I noticed that I don't really like is they don't give you another drink. They give you two. They actually give you 3 drinks. If you count the coffee, you could just use the coffee for breakfast and save the other 2 drinks for lunch and dinner. But I don't know, I like the coffee for breakfast, but I also like to have a cold drink. But I guess I wouldn't complain if I were a soldier. And the other thing to take note is there's no FRH. This stuff is meant to be eaten on the go and not heated up. So everything here you can just eat right out of the package. So we're going to start out with breakfast. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, first of all, I'm going to make some coffee. My nice new Mike Kreischer Reviews mug. Let's check this out. It's brand new, so it's perfect. We're going to put some cream in our coffee. And we'll do about 6 ounces of water. Yeah, that spoon is really bent, and it maintained that shape. That package was super, super vacuum packed and compressed. Give that a stir. Set him back over here. All right, for the tropical punch, we're going to put about 12 ounces of water in here. And we'll give this a shake. I'm actually going to give this a stir. There's a bunch of stuff in the bottom. I'll set him back over there. Yeah, that tropical punch isn't mixing up very well. Let's get our cinnamon bun out. Don't need that. There's what it looks like. Oh, that smells delicious. That smells really good. I'd love to be able to heat that up. Let's get this mocha flavored First Strike energy bar out. There's what that looks like. And let's get our Zapple sauce out. I'm actually going to move him back here. And we're going to put this in the main tray. There we go. All right, first thing I'm going to do is try this cinnamon bun. There she is. Then I'm going to chase it with some coffee. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really good. That's a good combo. The cinnamon bun has very good cinnamon flavor, but it's not too heavy. And then it's got some raisins in there. Very, very nice. And with the coffee, it's just amazing. Because that cinnamon bun is something that you kind of want hot. So if you mix it with the coffee, that heats it up right in your mouth. And it's so, so delicious. So good. Let's try some of this Zapple sauce. Yeah, it's applesauce. It's very good. All right, now let's try this. This has got to be good. Cinnamon, apple, raisins. There it is. Yep, that's the way to do it. You can see that cinnamon-filled glaze in there. It's actually very moist, but when you mix it with the applesauce flavor just goes with it, and then it makes it even more moist while you chew it. Yeah, that's delicious. That's a great breakfast. Could definitely handle that. Yeah, I'm really digging this. This is a good breakfast. Yeah, this is excellent. That applesauce is nice and sweet, and then that cinnamon bun gives it that cinnamon flavor, that cinnamon kick that it needs. Really good. Excellent. No complaints with that breakfast at all. And you know, I wasn't the biggest Bill's Brew fan up until my last ration that I did that had Bill's Brew in it. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the meatballs and marinara, the brand new ration that I had. But that was really good. And now this one's really good. I don't know if they changed it or what, but it is much better than what I remember. All right, let's try this First Strike bar. Oops, almost dropped it. That's what it looks like. I believe there's going to be like Rice Krispies in there. Gonna have to do this again. Yeah, that's a great combo too. This is a mocha First Strike bar. Goes so good with the coffee. Such a great coffee combo. Yeah, that is so good. All right, let's try out our tropical fruit punch. It's all right. It's not bad. Kind of reminds me of a Jolly Rancher, like a tropical Jolly Rancher. It's all right. Not the biggest fan, but I wouldn't complain. And honestly, I should have saved that for lunch. The coffee was actually plenty for what you get here. I definitely need to clean my hands. That one held up pretty good. Must be because it's brand new. All right, well, there you have it. That was breakfast. And I have to say, that was a pretty good breakfast. I was thinking that cinnamon bun would have been much better heated up, and it probably would have been. But when you mix it with the coffee, it does that for you. And then mixing it with the applesauce, yeah, it would have been good heated up, but it was just fine. I had no problems with it. The applesauce is really good. It's very natural tasting, and it's not too sweet. It's just sweet enough. And then that First Strike mocha bar was great. I really liked that, especially with the coffee. All right, well, I'm going to get this cleaned up, and I'll be back in a couple hours for lunch. All right, so we're back with lunch. Lunch is going to be this chicken breast filet and barbecue sauce, the multigrain wheat snack bread, cranberries, teriyaki beef stick, mixed berry energy gel, beverage base powder grape, and this military energy gum. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, let's get this beef stick out. Grayson Natural Farms teriyaki beef stick. We just had one of these. I know they're good. Let's get our cranberries out. Forgot these two things. Now it's perfect. Let's get our multi-grain snack bread out. Don't need that. Like I said, I really like this multi-grain bread. And we'll get our chicken breast out. There she is. Looking real good. Smells really good. Barbecue sauce smells good. I'm going to start out with this beef stick. Whoa! That was almost a disaster. I happened to catch it before it got on the ground. There it is. Like I said in the other review that I had this in, these are really good. They're nice and tender. They have a great beefy flavor. Teriyaki flavor's there, but it's not overpowering. Very good. I really like these. But probably in these circumstances, that'd be the perfect thing to throw in your pocket. Save for later. Oh yeah, we better make this drink. This also calls for 12 ounces of water. Give that a shake. Kind of a purpley color. Looks great to me. Set them over here. That seemed to mix up better than the tropical fruit punch. All right, let's try out this chicken. Looks pretty tender. Smells really, really good. Not the most tender. And you know, I really don't care that it's not warm. I like cold chicken, so it doesn't bother me. It's a sweet barbecue sauce, and there's not much smoke flavor to it. I was kind of thinking it'd be like the barbecue sauce you get in the packets in some of these MREs, and that tastes a little more like Sweet Baby Ray's. There's like no smoke flavor in this barbecue sauce, and it's a little too sweet for me. It's got a good flavor, don't get me wrong, but just a little sweet. So, needs a little bit of a vinegar kick and some spice, so let's do this. I'm putting it all on there. I love Tabasco, so I don't care. All right, now I'm just going to chop it all up. Basically making pulled chicken. There, that's better. And I think it does need a little salt. Get that mixed in. All right, I'm going to try to cut this in half. Let's see if I can do it. Look at that. Nice. So we're going to make a pulled chicken sandwich. All right, check that out. That worked great. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that is not bad. Not the greatest, but definitely not bad at all. Like I said, that sauce is very sweet, but adding that vinegary Tabasco sauce really helps balance out that sweetness and gives it a little kick. It's actually pretty good. I think now's when I would rather have a tortilla than bread. I think that would have made a better little wrap than a sandwich. Just a minor complaint. I wouldn't even call it a complaint. More like a suggestion. Like I said, I like the multigrain bread better than the regular wheat snack bread. It just doesn't have that weird taste that wheat snack bread has. And it seems a little bit fluffier. As you can tell, I was able to cut it in half, long ways. Yeah, that made a good sandwich. Let's finish up this chicken. The chicken is a little dry. It's not terribly dry. Not bad. Definitely not the greatest. Wouldn't call this a top tier meal, but I wouldn't call it bad either. I would say it's in the middle of the pack, maybe up towards the top in the middle of the pack. I think it was that barbecue sauce that did it. I think it needs a different barbecue sauce, honestly. All right, let's try some cranberries. There they are. I mean, they're cranberries. Can't complain. Tastes great. They're actually not dry and hard as a rock. Still got some juiciness to them. Not bad. I like that. This will be my first with this stuff, the mixed berry energy gel. Let's get some on this spoon so you can see it. Yeah, it kind of looks funky, almost like a runny jello. Well, let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just like a runny jello. It's got chunks of like jello in it, and it's a little bit runnier. It's not bad, though. It's actually got a good flavor. You can taste some raspberry in there, almost like there's blackberries, raspberries. Let's see. Nope, don't know what it is. It's mixed berry. But yeah, you definitely just eat this right out of the pouch. Wouldn't say my favorite thing in the world. It's very, very sweet, but I can see it being an energy gel. That would give you a lot of energy. Lots of carbs in there, that maltodextrin, 140 calories just in this little pouch. Yeah, be a quick boost of energy. Some more of these cranberries. Definitely need a drink. So let's see how this is. Not very good after just eating cranberries. Let's try this again. Yeah, that's all right. I was actually expecting it to be better, but both those drinks are very artificial and taste like Kool-Aid, just very sweet. I don't know. They seem sweeter than the normal drinks that I'm used to drinking in these MREs. All right, let's try out this military energy gum. I've never had this before. So that's going to be cinnamon flavored. And there's 100 milligrams of caffeine for each one of these little pieces of gum. And there's 5 pieces of these. So that's a nice little pick-me-up throughout the day. Just pop one of these in your mouth and get some good caffeine going through your system and you're good to go. So that's not what I was expecting. Definite cinnamon flavor. I was kind of expecting it to taste like Big Red, but it doesn't at all. What it actually reminds me of is like a cinnamon Christmas candle burning. The smell of that. As you chew this, that smell goes up through your nose. That's what it reminds me of. Christmas. It's not bad. It's just odd. It's an odd cinnamon flavor. And as you swallow, there's some bitterness to it too. As you swallow. It's weird. I don't know if that's the caffeine or what, but it is a little weird. But I'd be happy with this. This is a great way to have a little pick-me-up. And then that way you don't have to stop and make coffee or anything like that. You just pop it in your mouth. You're good to go. All right, well, there you have it. That was lunch. Not a bad lunch, not the best. The chicken was decent, wasn't real tender, a little bit dry, not too dry. The barbecue sauce is what kind of needed some help. The Tabasco helped it, but still not the best. Energy gel's just weird. The multigrain snack bread, can't believe I was able to cut it in half long ways, but I was able to do it. So I was able to make a decent sandwich anyways. Always like the multigrain wheat bread. Cranberries are cranberries. I will finish those. All in all, decent. Nothing to write home about. All right, so I'll be back in a few hours with dinner. All right, so we're back with dinner. For dinner, we're going to have the Mexican-style beef wraps, peanut butter dessert bar. We got some jalapeno cheese spread and the cheddar cheese combos. Sounds pretty good. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, let's start out with these Mexican-style beef wraps. Don't need that. There's one. There's two. They smell okay. They don't smell the greatest, but they smell okay. Let's get out our combos. We know those are going to be good. Kind of excited for this peanut butter dessert bar. Maybe. Not quite what I was thinking, but hey, it's peanut butter. Should be good. All right, well, we don't have any drinks, so might as well just start eating. So let's see what this is all about. Yeah, I don't know about this. That does not look the greatest. Kind of looks like really, really cheap burritos that you might get from a gas station or something. But we'll see. Let me give it a shot. Yeah, that is definitely not the best thing. It leaves like a fatty aftertaste in your mouth once you swallow. It's like a greasy, fatty aftertaste. It's definitely not very pleasant. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it other than it's just not very good quality at all. It's very salty and sweet. It's just got a really bad aftertaste once you swallow. Yeah, not the best. And I really thought it was going to be good. Maybe this will help, this jalapeno cheese spread. I mean, it can't hurt. Can't make it any worse than it is already. All right, let's see if this makes it any better. Just does not look the greatest. It's super, super dark orange. Yeah, it's better now. It's definitely better with that cheese. That cheese kind of cuts that sweetness a little bit. And then that jalapeno gives it a nice spicy kick, but it's still not the greatest. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the worst thing I've ever eaten, but it's pretty mediocre. I mean, if I were super hungry, I'd probably be just fine with this. But just my take on it, it's really not the greatest. Maybe this one's better. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that was just wishful thinking. Let's try this. Let's eat a couple of these and take a bite of this. Okay, I wish I would have thought about that sooner. That made it a lot better. Yeah, that was a perfect thing to try. Couple combos, bite of this. That helped a lot, and I mean a lot. That pretzel flavor combined with that gave it a little bit more crunch with that fake cheddar filling. That helped tremendously. Yeah, I wish I would have thought about that a lot sooner. Yeah, so any of you ever have this menu, make sure when you get to this dinner, you save those combos for this main because they go very, very well together. The main on its own, not very good. Adding these makes it a lot more tolerable. And I love combos to begin with. So, can't complain about the combos. Okay, let's try out this peanut butter bar. That's what it looks like. Actually see some peanuts in there. All right, I can handle that. That is really good. It's almost like peanut butter fudge, a more solid peanut butter fudge with peanuts in it. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, it's like a creamy peanut butter whipped with powdered sugar and then little chunks of peanuts added. This is actually excellent. I really like this. I'd be happy with this. Absolutely. I guess we'll try out the chiclets. Just because I gotta get some of the crud out of my teeth. And because those are so new, they're nice and chewy, not as hard as a rock. Peppermint gum, nothing special. Why not try out these matches? They work. All right, well, there you have it. That was a 2023 U.S. First Strike ration, 24-hour ration, menu number 4, Mexican-style beef-filled wrap, and chicken breast fillet and barbecue sauce. I have to say, this was definitely not the best ration I've ever had. I'm actually going to have to say this is one of the worst U.S. MREs I've had. Aside from the ancient ones I've eaten, out of the newer ones, this is definitely the worst, I think. I wouldn't rate it in the low tier or anything like that. It would have to be mid-tier, maybe low mid-tier, maybe middle mid-tier, I'd say. The breakfast was really, really good. The lunch was meh. And then the dinner was just not good. Those Mexican-style beef wraps were just not good at all. It tasted like really bad gas station burritos, beef burritos. Left a very weird aftertaste in my mouth. Very sweet. The beef didn't taste the freshest. I mean, obviously it's not fresh. I mean, we all get that. I mean, it's to be eaten on the go, and it's not something that's going to sustain you for the whole time you're deployed. It's just meant to be something that you go in and you're eating these until the regular MREs can catch up to you and the logistics catch up. So really, I hate to knock it, but all I can say just from my review, and this is my review, is it just was not good. And I have a whole case of these. I actually have more than a case of these. And quite honestly, I'm really not looking forward to reviewing anymore because I just don't think they're that good. This is the first one I've had, so I really don't know. But I just feel like these are just not the best U.S. meals for their troops. And when it comes to 24-hour rations, it's nowhere near the European 24-hour rations. Any of the European or the Australian, the Russian, they're all really, really good. And I hate to knock the U.S. And I understand that the soldiers probably don't care quite as much because they're not there to eat food. They're there to fight, and they don't mess around. So I don't think it's something that the troops really have an issue with. It's just I have to give my opinion based on the food and my review of it, and it just was not that good. And again, I really want to thank Corkbulb2895. I really appreciate you supporting my channel. I appreciate that super thanks. That was really cool of you. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it, buddy. So with that, if you're still here and you stuck with me through this First Strike ration review, I really appreciate you being here and I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. So again, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back soon with another review. Later. So instead of sending me this, for fuck's sake, this was packed by Sapaco Inc. out of Mulligan. Got some beverage base. Got our cheddar cheese pretzels, which are going to be Cheez-Its, I believe. Most of your calories. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, you fucker. Creamy peanut butter. Oh, for fuck's sake. And again, I want to say a special thanks. Oh, I'm still recording.